Greetings, chummers. Drowsman here, and welcome back to Hand of Fate.
Another round, and our game truly begins.
Alright, this time we are going to be going after the Queen of Dust. Alright. And here we start to see use of the curses. From Queen of Dust on, all bosses, in addition to having the challenge cards that they add to the various decks, they also have curses. You will have the curse they apply, you will have from the start of the dungeon run. If you come across a healer or such that can remove curses, they can remove the boss curses, but they cost in the hundreds of gold. Like 300. The cheapest one I've seen is over 100, is 120 gold. Most are over 200. But yeah, so Queen of Dust.
She did not collapse when the Empire did. No, she took up arms, organized her people, and vowed that in a country where death had gathered, she would be the one dealing it.
Yeah, that's admirable. Let's kill her. Because she's in our way, and we want to use the recommended decks. For the most part, recommended decks will carry on pretty decently. Late game, I'll want to modify, but just making sure there's nothing in particular I want. What artifacts are in the Damocles and Mercenary Contract? Yeah, that's a good one. You know what, let's just stick with the recommended decks. And start the game.
Now we wait for the count. First, my symbols.
I love the shuffle animation. I'm sad that he only does this the first time you challenge a boss.
I've added some cards to spice up the game. In addition to the pain and gain decks, there are now blessings and curses. Choose your steps carefully.
And there are some very painful curses in the game.
You can
For
always
instance,
review your cards here.
yeah, I can go into inventory. Alright, the curse that we get saddled with is money bags. In combat, the player's movement speed is reduced by how much gold they possess. It is not too much of a pain. I guess if I have... It can be dangerous if I have carrying around a lot of gold. But it's not... But movement speed penalties aren't too bad. There's much, much, much worse. Alright, so, moving on. First card. Twisted Canyon. Well, let's see if we can get ourselves a nice weapon. Climb down to retrieve the weapon. Alright.
Choose from these options.
Success. Very carefully, you make your way to the bottom of the canyon. Retrieve the weapon from the ancient corpse. Draw one weapon card. Frostfang. Equipment with ice. Equipment with this trait is imbued with glacial power. Lizardmen are especially susceptible to ice damage. But we're not fighting any lizardmen anytime soon. It's going to be a few more dungeons before we get to the lizardmen. At the moment, we're only dealing with bandits and skeletons. But this does do more damage than Lars the Axe, so we're taking the Frostfang.
As pleases you.
What's this? Ooh, new card. Helpful Priest.
Priests, gods, and eternal damnations. I had no truck with any of it.
Well, good for you.
Let us stake a token on their foolishness.
Ooh, token. Oh, this starts with the charity line, doesn't it? For small share of your provisions, I will bless you in the name of the old gods. I can give him half my food. I think I will. Alright. So I'm guaranteed success, but I want that huge success. Which I think was this one? Yes! Now, on Helpful Priest, if you get a success card, you get one. If you give him half your food, you can give him a success card. You'll get a chance card thing. Success gives you one blessing. Huge success gives you two. Later on, though, there will be failure cards in there, and I believe huge failures as well, which will cause you to be cursed instead of blessed. The game can be very, very brutal in the end game. He speaks in the language of the old religion for several minutes and then gently touches your forehead. It is done. Draw 2 blessing cards. This card's token is now yours. Arcane knowledge, wherever you...
Blessings will remain always active and are never removed. Unless you die, of course. Then you're back where you began, as always.
Alright, arcane knowledge. Whenever the player uses an artifact, there's a 30% chance of immediately reducing its cooldown time by 80%. Nice. Wrath of the Old Gods. At the beginning of every battle, the Old Gods throw down thunder upon one of your enemies, which will instantly kill anything. I do not believe it will target a boss, but anything it targets instantly dies.
Well done.
That did cost us 9 food, though. Ooh, into the maze of traps. Let us enter the cave. Because maze of traps usually isn't that much of a problem. Ah, yes, showing us that we can use weapon ability. Like so. Unlike artifacts, weapon abilities do not exhaust, though they still have a cooldown. Ah, that's not the button I want to push. Pour the fire. Fire's all what gets me here. Like so. And yeah. See, maze traps aren't that hard. Just gotta take them easy and know how to avoid the traps. I get 3 game cards though. Most likely gold, because I always get gold from this. Even though it says just game cards, so I believe I can get anything. Oh, yeah, health potion.
More health to work with. Much good may do.
And draw a piece of equipment. Get the Explorer's Helm. Fill stare encounter upon entering level and grants a gold bonus revealing every counter auto level. The Explorer's Helm was really nice for later game, because you get eventually you get, as a part of your starting equipment, a ring that whenever you reach the exit of the floor, it reveals any encounters that you haven't been through yet, which will trigger the Explorer's Helm's bonus. Ooh, new card.
Each step you take consumes food, but you will also heal as you proceed.
The Landlocked Lubber. Start of the Murder at Sea story.
I will happily wager on the outcome. I do not think you have what it takes.
The door of the Landlocked Lubber opens with a creak, breaking the sounds like a thunderclap in a tube. The Praetor greets you. Welcome, traveler. Before I can treat you with our hospitality, I must ask you a very important question. Have you seen, heard, or God forbid, smelled a kraken? What is a kraken? Landlord sits you in disbelief. He proceeds to rant and rave for nearly an hour about the dangerous claws, feeding patterns, and scents of the Kraken. After which he learned that his name is Carlo, and in many years past he sailed the seas as a captain. He now owns this inn and stays as far away from the sea as possible. After giving you some time to enjoy the warmth and some stale bread, Carlo approaches you. I've heard rumors of boats going missing from the small village port of Norwich. No survivors, no witnesses. Norwich port is run by bandits, thieves, and smugglers. There's no way to know what's really happening there. Perhaps you could have a look around and find out more. I would have, of course, but I have this place to look after. Carlo gestures to the empty, damp-ridden flea hole that he calls home. This card's token is now yours. Yeah, as I explained before, Murder at Sea, great story, but because it uses the token mechanic to get different cards, it is very... And you can't unopen the tokens to get more cards until you either die or otherwise in the run. So you have to first try to get the card that will progress the story, and then you have to wait till you finish the run to open the token to get the next card to progress the story. Works nice with the mechanics, and there's other plots in here, but the problem I have with the Murder at Sea, as I said before, is some of the intervening cards in between is just go back to the landlocked lover, report it into Carlo, and get a lead to continue the story without any combat or chance cards or decisions. Just, alright, let's update the story. It really slows down the pacing, and yeah, I think it could have been handled better. Let's get off this floor. Hitch a ride. New exit card. You found a friendly trader willing to let you ride on his wagon. Let's hitch a ride. Oh yeah, the Explorer Time also reveals where the exit is.
This game is still only beginning. New rules, new tools, new abilities. We have far to go as yet.
Yeah, I don't have a shield. That does not bode well. Ooh, new card. More goblins.
I do love goblins. Truly, I haven't seen their like in years.
Well, they've grabbed my weapon. Oh, right. And of course, there's always a chance goblins won't be alone. So, they also come with this one also comes with 4 bandits. And thanks to the goblins, no weapon.
Can you press on?
Oh, and I've really slowed down due to... Thanks to the blessing, though. The one that stole my weapon dies. Luckily, it doesn't slow down my dodging, which is the only thing I have to defend myself with at the moment. That's the goblins trying to get an escape. Dodge. I really wish I had a shield. What's left? Ah, okay, the goblin. Alright, so the goblin thirst dealt with. I have a bunch of money. And hopefully I find a shop soon. Speaking of which, call for the priest. In Shave Grove, off the beaten trail, you find a traveling merchant looking to trade with wandering adventurers. Priests have some skill in tending wounds, but they excel at removing curses. For a price, of course. Approach the shop. Greetings, wise traveler. I have much to offer you. Alright, so I can buy blessings, though all blessings cost like 75 gold each. Kill wounds, remove curses. Let's see. Money bags here cost 300 to remove. Now the money bags is a curse you can get outside of just this dungeon. And if you get it with, it's not a boss curse. It's significantly cheaper to remove. But you're not supposed to remove boss curses without drastic measures. And oh right, I can buy food. Must buy food, must buy food. Insufficient gold to buy more food. Alright. And just show off blessings. Cost 75. Invoke of the gods. Start of each combat, a random opponent is highlighted. If that creature is the first to die, then it pops out 5 gold, which the player may collect. Well, Will of the Gods isn't a very impressive one, but, you know, it's not too bad. Headman's Blessing, any kill made using an axe grants the player 3 health. If you're using an axe, which a lot of the weapons games aren't axes, but if you're using an axe, it's a really good blessing. And Toxic Blood's always nice to have. Any hit on the player during combat has a chance to poison the attacker. Also, Toxic Blood and some other blessings actually can change the outcome of certain encounters. Like, there's one that makes it to where if an undead damages you, they take damage. I forget what it's called. It's like Holy Blood or something like that. And there's one of the encounters is a vampire that he doesn't attack you, but he does ask if he can feed off of you, and he pays you for doing if you let him. But if you have the holy thing, then he kind of just burns when he tries to feed on you, and it's kind of funny. And I think you can steal his money. It's really great. Alright, let's leave, though. Ooh, Mr. Lionel. I can get a shield now. Yeah, we know how Mr. Lionel works. Ask what he needs. He gives me a shield. I get Fortitude's Breath. Really nice shield. Alright, next card. The Maiden.
You might think the world of the gods is grim, yet even in darkness there is light to be found.
Alright, and now we find Marith. Oh. Odd. Normally, later on, Marith has a 4th option once you get the Blessing deck. You can ask her for a blessing. I'm guessing that gets added in. I'm guessing that gets added after you get the cup. So I'm going to ask for supplies. because I'm kind of needing supplies. Pick up 8 more supplies. Elsewhere kind of... Okay, she's already given that hint. And stairs.
One more step down, and we may see the end of this, or another set of stairs.
Alright, take the stairs.
You are close on her trail, and more confident than I had imagined. Perhaps you will play beyond this mark, and we will see your true mettle.
Yep. And I'm betting she's the card at the very end. Alright, let's carve a path. New card. Dead King's Hall.
If it were not for Defiant, then who would play this game?
The board. The board would definitely play. Yeah, Dead King's Hall, it's a fun card.
This token will unlock more cards if you can defeat this encounter.
You see an ancient ornate coffin in the main burial chamber. It may hold spectacular wealth, but it will be surely guarded. Draw 2 monster cards. 3 of dust, 2 of skulls. Now you can either sneak away, which I usually never do, so I don't know how sneaking away works, but I'm sure that if you successfully sneak away, you avoid the fight. Or you can attempt to take them by surprise, which will get huge success and some failures. If I successfully choose a huge success, I can discard one of the monster cards. If I get a failure, then I'll have to fight them both. Huge success. Suddenly you leap into the fray, taking one of them down before they can even react. Oh, what do I want to get rid of? Let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of the skeletons. Because I can handle 3 bandits. Well, I could handle 2 skeletons as well, but the huge success is much more important later in the game, when some seriously tough enemies can show up in here. Oh right, there's traps in here. One nice thing about traps, though, is enemies have to worry about them too. And the AI is too dumb to dodge them. You loot the room. Dealer draws you 3 gate cards. This card's token is now yours. Armory, draw 1 piece of equipment. Desperate measures.
Few select these sorts of weapons because nobody ever anticipates being in peril. Such misplaced confidence is usually their downfall.
Yeah, I'll equip Desperate Measures because that's a significant increase of damage, and if I get hurt, even more damage. Some more food, and a health tonic for +5 max health, and a token. Another new card. Rockfall.
Terrifying walk to get to the queen. So many potential places for an assailant to get the upper hand.
I don't remember what this card does. While journeying near the coast, you hear a rumble overhead. Falling rocks force you to take cover. Tip to dodge the rocks. Ooh. I think this was it? No, that's a huge failure. This is gonna hurt. You slip and stumble into the path of the rockfall. The dealer draws you 2 pain cards. Lose 10 health. Lose 15 max health. We think it's over. A large rock bounces off your helm. Looking up, you spot bandits on the hill above you. You hear a voice somewhere above you say, "Did I hit him?" Run up to attack the bandits. You climb up to attack. The dealer draws you 2 monster cards. I'm betting if I didn't have a helmet, I would have taken even more damage from that rock there. So yeah, I just gotta beat up a whole bunch of people. And show them who's boss. And swing. Counter you. Show bash and swing and kill. I just find it funny how the bodies freeze up in weird positions. These are the bodies of the fallen bandits. Draw 2 equipment cards. Helm of Reflection.
Defense, but a valuable one nonetheless.
Much prefer that to the Explorer's helmet at this point. Chains of Rage.
As you will. Really?
Yeah, I'll take that.
Is that what you're going to do?
Another rock fall.
Stones tumbled upon you.
Hopefully I don't get this huge failure this time. That's just a failure. I get struck, dealt 1 pain card, 5 damage. Second verse, same as the first. Well, 1 less bandit to kill, but still. Just beat people up until the game declares my victory. Just realized Helm of Reflection is of minimal use right now. Because I believe it's only when I reflect attack ranged attacks, so at the moment it's not of use because, well, no, it will be of use coming up to the Queen because there's ranged attacks in the Queen's fight. Healing cap.
One sort of magic with another. All you need is a channel for power, and it's simple enough.
So I'll put on the healing cap until I get to right before the last card. A rusty axe? No. Why is that even in the equipment deck? Winding Trail.
Hardly fair, is it?
Draws 1 monster card. Weapons bristle from the trees around you, their wielders' faces obscured by the undergrowth. Give us all your gold or die. Attack the Caliban for daring to threaten you. Shout a battle cry and raise your weapon. The battle begins. My shield, my mace, lock it in. Just beat these guys up. Then I have the Wrath of the Old Gods to take one of them out. Then I just beat the other guy up because he's kind of worthless. Three game cards.
I'm sure you're
Piece of equipment. Medium armor. No, because the Chains of Rage kind of are medium armor, but better. 10 health. Well, now I'm fully healed. Another new card. Bandit attack. A group of bandits suddenly attacks. The King of Dust isn't happy about you killing his men. The dealer draws you 1 monster card. 2 dust, I can handle 2 dust. Such considering Wrath of the Old Gods is going to kill one of them. And see? Bandits are easy. You just let the gods smite one of them and you kill the other one with a big mace. On the bodies you find a scrap of parchment with a rough description of you, plus an offer of an reward from the King of Dust. Dealer draws you 1 game card. 3 pieces of gold. Ooh, Traveling Tinker. Nice. Merchant. Tinker sells items of all descriptions. Where's the shop? Skip. Buy items. Ready survival. After every third combat, the player receives 20 plus 20 health. Alright. Let's sell some items. Like this medium armor. Explorer's helmet. Frostfang. I don't want to get rid of the healing cap. Then buy. I want to buy the Damocles because I don't have an artifact at the moment.
For all and mercy for none. Artifacts have powerful abilities to use in combat.
Then do I want the Angel Wing instead of the Helm of Reflection? Yeah, I like the maneuverability.
Move quickly from here. There is little material gain to be made.
Oh, wrong button. And switch that out with the Angel's Wing. Which looks silly, but...
Noble causes turn to rotten enterprise. You may win this battle and send the Queen to her rightful end. Yet, what have you gained in the process?
Satisfaction. This Desert Queen is more lethal in battle and harder to kill than a regular bandit. Her blades are sharp and she is frequently protected by a powerful crossbow. The Bandit Queen was taken by slavers as a child and raised in the desert. Over the years, she has bribed and murdered her way to the current position as second in command of the Desert Thieves, proving herself capable of ruthless cunning. The first in command would, of course, be the King of Dust.
There's a token in it for you if you win.
There's two tokens in it for me if I win. So let's kick her butt. Because that's what we do, right? We kick butt. And she's assisted by a 2 of dust. And her ballistae. First order of business, kill the ballistae. But you want to kind of stay away from her because she's crazy. And she likes using unblockable attacks. Then kill her minion here. And then I can just lay into her. Use Damocles a couple times. Boosh. Missed. What was the cut on? Come on. And that's a kill, that's a win.
Inevitable, I suppose. So often those who beat plowshare to sword die by the grim instruments of their industry. Still, she fought well and bravely, which is all I expect from my pawns and players.
And for defeating the Queen of Dust, we've earned the Goblet. Which, what the Goblet gives us, our counterattacks now do more damage. Our stunning attacks now render enemies dazed for longer. Our stunning equipment has been upgraded, but bandits are now stronger, and so are skeletons. And bandits are now equipped with throwing knives, so they now have ranged options. And that's all bandits have ranged options. Well, except for boss bandits. But yeah, all the regular bandits, they don't have a dedicated ranged attack unit like all the other suits do. Bandits just get to throw knives.
You have earned the first of the symbols of my power and passed the first gate. There is no turning back now. Previously I was merciful, but now I cannot be. It is begun. I crafted each of these cards over the course of years. You've taken them from me in moments.
No, he's not quite done being merciful yet. The gloves really haven't come off. That's not until we get to the Queen of Skulls that the gloves come off. For dealing with helpful priests, I receive a health potion. The Healer's Ring. Ooh, that's a nice ring. Anytime you gain healing, get a gold piece. And the start of the charity train. Charity is a six-part chain of cards. I think it's 6-part. That you can give up a bunch of food to some orphans for a chance to get a blessing and the card's token, which includes the next charity card and a ring. And some of those rings are rather nice. But the later parts of the charity asks you to give a lot of food. So it can be a bit difficult to pull off, but it is a nice chain. Unlocked Clubber gains this card. Smuggler's Wharf. Exploring the Dead King's Hall, you receive the Treasure Chest card. Love that card. For defeating my Bandit Queen, you receive these new cards. The Jack of Plague. I thought I fought the King of Dust next. Okay. Well, Jack of Plague, that's going to be a bit of... I do not like the suit of Plague. It's a pain in the butt. But yeah, so, Jack of Plague. Asleep in the Forest. Mage's Tower. And Field of Poppies. Mage's Tower is a fun one. For one, it unlocks the mage suit as a uncommon enemy. And mages are easy to kill once you know how to defeat them. Need a shield to do so. But luckily, thanks to the goblet, we get to start with a shield. As a reward for defeating my Bandit Queen, you receive these new cards. Fleet Cuffs, which works like the angel wings. They make you run faster. I think they stack. I'm not sure. Armor of Cold, which applies a slowing effect around on all enemies in the area around you. And the Huge Hammer, one of the most powerful weapons in the game. It's like damage 35. There's only one weapon I know of that's more powerful than the Huge Hammer. And getting that one is a pain in the patootie. Yeah, so.
Come. Play again.
So, yeah. That was the Queen of Dust. Next time we'll be going after the Jack of Plagues. So, if you enjoyed today's session, please leave a like down below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.